Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I want to comment on this statement that has been sought by the Leader of Majority. And thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for indulging us to make comments on this. Mr. Speaker, sir, it has never and it shall never be a favor or a privilege to the Senate for a governor to appear to answer questions that have been raised by the Auditor General. And Mr. Speaker, sir, sometimes many people confuse many things. We are not the first and we are not the primary. We don't hold the primary responsibility on audit on counties, Mr. Speaker. This is audit that has already been carried out by the Office of the Auditor General. There are documents that have been asked by the Auditor General and you are not able to provide them. That is where it is raised as an audit query. So if governors are really as clean as they purport to be, they would have provided the documents at the first point of audit, because once you provide those the documents at the point of audit, you get unqualified audit opinions, Mr. Speaker. And it is not a feat that has not been achieved. I think the governor from Makueni has already achieved this particular feat. So therefore, you should not even be disturbing the Senate that you are appearing or not. Why don't you first provide these documents because they have been sought for? And Mr. Speaker, sir, it cannot be, and we must compel governors to appear before the Senate. We have to use every available tool to ensure that we have governors appear before the Senate. And as it has been aptly put by some of my colleagues, Mr. Speaker, in fact, where I find this statement a bit defective is we are speaking of them appearing before CPAC, Mr. Speaker. This is a chronic disease across all committees, both the CPIC, in the other committee that you people drew me to, the Committee on Education. We were expecting to have the governor. I think the governor for Isiolo yesterday, he didn't appear. And Mr. Speaker, sir, it is the governors are refusing to appear before the Senate through its committees, Mr. Speaker. And I've been able to just scan through the Constitution. And Mr. Speaker, if there's one word that has been repeated consistently, Mr. Speaker, including Chapter 13 of public service, in terms of values and principles of public service. One of them, Mr. Speaker, is efficient, effective, and economic use of resources. Another is accountability for administrative acts. Another one is transparency and provision to the public of timely and accurate information. Mr. Speaker, sir, what the Senate is asking for is the documents of expenditure that has happened in all our county governments, Mr. Speaker. And, Mr. Speaker, as I wind up my thoughts on this particular matter, Mr. Speaker, it cannot be that the governors are our friends. They
give Senator Methu 30 seconds to conclude.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It cannot be, Mr. Speaker, that governors are foaming in the mouth when they are telling us to push the allocation, the equitable allocation from the national government, Mr. Speaker, to 450 billion, 500 billion, and when they get the money, they don't want to account for that money, Mr. Speaker. We must ensure that we force them, and the word is force, we must force them to appear before the Senate so that they can come and say, what have you been doing with all this money that you are sending to your counties? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Lastly, I'll allow the chairperson of CPAC Committee, Senator Kajwang, to comment on this statement or any other statement for that matter that was earlier on raised. Senator Kajwang.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I deliberately chose to speak last because I wanted to get the advice and counsel of my colleagues. And I've taken a lot of points from members of this Senate on how we should proceed with this matter. I'd like to thank the Majority Leader for seeing it fit to issue that statement. When this matter first came up, I made it very clear that it is not a personal matter. It is not about certain individuals that sit in certain committees. It is an institutional matter where another institution sits down and looks for loopholes and backdoors that they can use to avoid